Hey everybody! Welcome to the Yoga by Candace YouTube channel. It has been a really long time since I have posted, and if I look sweaty and disgusting, it's because I just got in to Turks and Caicos from Newark, New Jersey, and I'm sweaty and disgusting because I've been traveling all day, but I don't know what's happened. I do know what's happened, but I feel really excited about posting again. I feel really excited about creating again. And I wanted to just make this video at the very start of my working vacation because I know it's gonna kind of set the tone for the rest of the time I'm here. And I'm here to try to relax, but I'm also here to shoot some content. And I wanted to just hop on here and tell you where I've been, why I've been kind of MIA for the last 2-ish years on YouTube, and what the channel is gonna look like moving forward. So let's talk about it. About 2 years ago-ish, I sustained a couple of T-spine herniations from just decades of poor movement patterns, not understanding how to properly recruit my core and pelvic floor, and doing a lot of the same movements, a lot of the same like yoga vinyasas, a lot of the same sitting like this as I mount my computer. I mean, I wasn't this bad, but I was about here, head kind of forward, a little bit of slouching, and all of that over time, combined with not understanding how to properly recruit my core, took its toll on my body. And I was in a lot of pain with these T-spine herniations. And luckily I had a really great doctor who was like, look, I don't think you need surgery yet, you're not at that point, but you do need to try to get yourself out of flexion. So flexion just means anytime you're kind of forward folding, and flexion can be even just this, it doesn't have to be that, right? So she was like, you gotta try to open up and do some extension, which is like back bends. You need to work on the posterior neck muscles, strengthen them, and the rest of the posterior chain of the body. So the glutes, the hamstrings, all of the back muscles. And so that's what I did. I took a break from yoga, and it was really hard on me mentally because I felt like Yoga by Candace, the name seems to insinuate I should be doing a whole lot of yoga. But I just felt like for me, yoga just tended to aggravate it even more. And my doctor was like, listen, yoga is great in a lot of different ways, but for you, for right now in this time period, as you work to heal up what you've got going on, take a break from that spinal flexion. So I did, and instead I became a personal trainer, and those studies opened my eyes to how I wasn't really moving in all 3 planes of motion. I wasn't really strategically approaching. I had always worked out a little bit, but I wasn't approaching from a strategic place of how do I build balanced muscle so that my posture improves, so that my movement patterns improve. What I had been doing, which was basically just solely yoga pretty aggressively, was not helping me to find a balanced state. I think it's so important to have a yin to your yang, something very athletic that gets you, your heart pumping, and something that's really chilled out. And I didn't have that. I didn't have that balance. I also began dance class, which I love so much. It's not something I'll ever teach, but it was just a new, exciting way for me to move. And I just started a nutrition course, and I'm super interested in it and in really enjoying this past, this like season of learning, I guess I would call it. But in my head, like for me personally, I was really enjoying that learning. Professionally, I just felt I was so stuck on this like Yoga by Candace. What do I do? I've built this amazing community around Yoga by Candace. How do I expand and show the other sides of what I'm interested in, especially now that I know better? I'm not at all to say yoga is bad. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying yoga is wonderful. So is dance. So is running. So is working out. So is all the other thing. Basketball. Lots of different ways to move your body. And I don't want to focus on just yoga anymore because it was not serving me. I literally physically could not practice child's pose. When I would do cat-cow, it was very, very painful to round my back because it was putting my spine into more flexion. Even downward dogs were not feeling so great for my spine. So I just had to take a break, and now that I am in a place where I would say I'm healed in that I no longer experience pain unless I sit for a very long time period without moving. So if I sit at my computer and I don't get up and walk around and take some breaks and really try to, do this, that it will tend to aggravate the injuries again. So I want to move forward with intention, and I want to move forward sharing what I know. So that is why I have been, MIA, I guess I would say, for the most part on the YouTube channel. And so in my head, I was like, yeah, okay, Yoga by Candace, what do I do? So I was like thinking of all the different things that I now do. I have opened up a studio. It's called Intention Factor. It's in Ridgefield, Connecticut. And I do personal training and one-to-one or very small group yoga classes. I also do a lot of in-home personal training throughout Fairfield County. So I go to people's homes, I train them, and then I go to the next person's home, and I just love what I'm doing. And then I've expanded my business to include online training, online programming. And I have 3 tiers. It's a posture tier, then there is a glute tier, and then there is a fitness tier. So I've been really busy with all of that. But like I started as a blogger and a YouTuber, and that's always been where my kind of passion lies. I love to create. So when I was thinking about all of these things, I was like, how do I move forward and get away from the Yoga by Candace name? Because it's in so much more than that, and so much more than just a focus on yoga. And so I said, well, I'm just gonna change my Instagram name, which is Yoga by Candace. I'm gonna change it to my new name, because I also just got married in September. And I was like, I'm gonna change it to my name. And then from there, I can share whatever I want, because it's Candace now, right? Well, I learned that Instagram doesn't allow verified users to change their username. I can change my actual name, Candace, but I can't change the username Yoga by Candace. And then I just kind of had to laugh, because it had been almost paralyzing me professionally for the last however many months as I was stewing. Like, I thought up other names. I was trying to think of other names. I couldn't find anything good. I was trying to, I was like, what will people think if I start doing stuff that's not yoga under the name Yoga by? I was really just overthinking everything, and I had a lot of self-doubt. And when I went to hit that button to change my username, and Instagram said, no, sorry, you can't do that because you're a verified user. We don't allow them to ever change their usernames. I thought, okay, I have 2 options. One, I can delete my whole account and start from the bottom up, which no thank you. I've been blogging and on Instagram since 2012. I'm not gonna delete everything and start from scratch. So that was off the table. The next option was, well, it seems like the decision has been made for me. I'm Yoga by Candace, who does so much more than yoga. So that's who I am, and moving forward, I just feel like almost permission. It was my channel, I always have the permission, but I almost feel like this weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I can now create whatever I want to create, and share the lessons that I have learned and the things I continue to learn with you all, in the hopes that we all feel really good in our bodies. So moving forward with the YouTube channel, I'm going to be posting regularly. I don't know what that schedule will be like just yet, but it will be far more, at least twice a month is what I'm hoping for. And you can expect not only yoga, there will be yoga, but in addition to yoga, there's going to be mobility work. Foam rolling is super important, I've learned. Workouts, and I don't know, maybe lifestyle content. I'm in Turks and Caicos. I might share some travel tips I have with you. I'm just really excited. I feel, like I said, I feel like a weight has been lifted off me. So thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you for your patience if you've been waiting for new video content. And thank you for just being around. And if you need to go somewhere else for your yoga, I totally get it. If you're not at all interested in in the new stuff I have to offer. I understand there are a lot of other yoga teachers out there, and I'm sure that you will find somebody who works really well for you. But yeah, I just feel happy again after a really long struggle of being in physical pain, being a bit depressed, and just feeling sort of unsure as to how to authentically move forward with the things I want to share under the name Yoga by Candice. But now the decision has been made for me. I am Yoga by Candice, who does so much more than yoga. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I'm going to be shooting a bunch of content while I'm here in Turks and Caicos. So get ready, it's coming soon.